Stage 2 is called early disseminated Lyme disease, and here the bacteria have begun to spread throughout the body. Stages 3 and 4 are often known as chronic and late-stage Lyme disease, and at this point the bacteria have spread throughout the body. Many patients with chronic Lyme disease require prolonged treatment, all while relapses may occur and retreatment may be required. There are no tests to prove that the organism is at any point eradicated, or that the patient with chronic Lyme disease is cured, although one can test for inflammation and other markers. Each year, approximately 30,000 cases of Lyme disease are reported to the CDC. Over the past 60 years, the number of new cases per decade has almost quadrupled. The number of outbreaks each year has more than tripled since 1980. I have Lyme with bands, lines on a test that represent antibodies to different components of the bacteria, that afford its CDC-level recognition, bands 23 and 41. My main co-infection has been Ehrlichia. Several doctors believe I also have Babesia and Bartonella due to certain symptoms, although my tests don't always come out positive for them. Living with this disease has cost me more than $140,000 so far. Experts put the average cost of late-stage Lyme at somewhere around $20,000 to $200,000. The annual cost of Lyme disease in the United States is more than $1 to $3 billion as of 2017. It is unclear when I got the disease. Doctors have mostly pinpointed somewhere in the 2006 to 2009 range, but I've had doctors who think I've had it since childhood. Although the disease and its complications, including addictions, have defined my life, it is unlikely I will ever know when I contracted it, just as it is unlikely I will ever be rid of it entirely. On the wrong body. I have never been comfortable in my own body. Rather, I've felt my whole life that I was born in the wrong body. A slight woman, femme in appearance, olive skin that has varied from dark to light, thick black curly hair, large eyes, hands and feet too big, of somewhat more than average height and somewhat less than average weight. I've tried my whole life to understand what it is that seems off to me. It's deeper than gender and sexuality, more complicated than just surface appearances. Sometimes the dysmorphia I experience in my body feels purely psychological, and other times it feels like something weirder. As a child, I thought of myself as a ghost, an essence at best who'd entered some incorrect form. As I grew older, I accepted it as otherness, a feature of Americanness even. But every room I walk into, I still quickly assign myself to outsider status, though it seems not everyone can see this. Many have, in fact, called my looks conventional, normal, even good. I've accepted it while also feeling like I've deceived them. I've looked for answers from my first few years on this earth, early PTSD upon PTSD, marked by revolution and then war and then refugee years, a person without a home. Could that have caused it? Was displacement of the body literally causing a feeling of displacement in the body? Only decades later did I confront something that may have been there the whole time, illness, or some failure of the physical body due to something outside of me, that I did not create, that my parents did not create. Illness taught me that something was wrong, more wrong than being born or living in the wrong place. My body never felt at ease. It was perhaps battling something before I knew it was. It was trying to get me out of something I could not imagine. At some point, with chronic illness and disability, I grew to feel at home. My body was wrong, and through data, we could prove that. Because my illness at this stage has no cure, I can forever own this discomfort of the body. I can always say this was all a mistake. To find a home in my body is to tell a story that doesn't exist. I am a foreigner, but in ways that go much deeper than I thought, under the epidermis and into the blood cells. I have started to consider that I will never be at home, perhaps not even in death.